Congress started 2017 in uncharted territory. A controversial real estate developer turned reality star effectively hijacked the Republican Party and became president. And members of Congress ended the year still bewildered by their president but a little more certain of their place in this new era. Here are 5 tough lessons Congress learned in the first year with President Trump that could help them survive next year. 1. Work around Trump, not with Trump. Over and over again, the president proved himself an unreliable dealmaker. Lawmakers would leave a meeting at the White House thinking they had a deal like Democrats did on protecting Dreamers, or Sen. Lamar Alexander, R10, did on a bipartisan health care proposal only to have him renege or hedge it on Twitter. No deal was made last night on DACA. Massive border security would have to be agreed to in exchange for consent. Would be subject to vote. Donald J. Trump, at Real Donald Trump, September 14, 2017. I am supportive of Lamar as a person and also of the process, but I can never support bailing out INS who have made a fortune W/O care. Donald J. Trump, at Real Donald Trump, October 18, 2017. Eventually, Republicans settled on writing major legislation themselves, and they basically asked the White House to trust them. It worked on taxes, when Congress passed the first rewrite of the tax code in 30 years. But that strategy failed miserably on an Affordable Care Act repeal effort, where Trump blamed Congress for its failure, and he arguably had a point. Trump ended the year with virtually no working relationship with Congress, even though at a year-end tax bill celebration, Republican lawmakers couldn't stop praising the president. But the lack of cohesion could hurt both Congress and the president next year. One of the biggest challenges that Trump presents congressional Republicans is that he's not well positioned to help them overcome differences within the party, said Molly Reynolds, a congressional expert at Brookings Institution. 2. Bipartisanship is less useful than it used to be. This has not been a very bipartisan year, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Kentucky, told NPR. That's spot on. Congressional Republicans' 2 major legislative accomplishments, putting Judge Neil M. Gorsuch on the Supreme Court and passing a tax overhaul, only got done because Republicans went around Democrats. Bipartisanship isn't entirely dead. A near-unanimous Congress forced Trump to implement more sanctions on Russia. Republicans also needed Democrats to pass a year-end spending bill when conservatives defected. But 2017 ends with the most high-profile bipartisan compromise still in limbo, a plan to subsidize health insurance premiums for lower-income people. 3. Both parties might be losing control of their base. Just how much sway do Republicans in Washington have over their own voters? It's a fair question to ask, because if Senate Republicans had their way from the start, Luther Strange would be the senator from Alabama, not Democrat Doug Jones. Republicans tried everything to get the eventual GOP nominee Roy Moore to drop out after he was accused of inappropriately touching a 14-year-old.